Okay. So first thing, we run a cold range here. Has anybody got a loaded firearm right now? Okay, so we're a cold range, so if you have a pistol, no magazines in the pistol, you can load ammunition carriers anywhere, okay? Only handle your firearm under the supervision of an SO or at one of our designated safe tables, okay, over here or back here. Okay, well, all our stages today are outdoors. We have 3 berms. Always keep your muzzle pointed in the direction of the berms. Okay, if a round escapes the range, it's your responsibility. We always keep our finger off the trigger, right? Especially while holstering. You'll never be required to holster on the clock. When you load and make ready, and you put that holster away, gun in the holster, make sure you have your finger off the trigger. Okay. Emergency protocol. In the event that we have an emergency, we have several first responders here. Your SOs will take charge. They may designate somebody to come up to this intersection to direct EMS. Okay. If you use a cell phone to dial 911 in Mass, it goes to the state police. All right. You tell them I'm at the Harvard Sportsman's Club. They're going to direct you to Harvard. The ranges are not in Harvard. They are in Boxborough. Right. So just let them know you're in Boxborough. Restrooms. In the clubhouse we have a restroom. Out here we have a porta-john. Food's going to be available for purchase a little bit later on. We're not going to stop the match. You can just break off and get food if you so like. Score is going to be posted on MetroWestTactical.com. And also, if you have an IDPA number, I don't know if you've seen the new website that IDPA has rolled out. You will be able to see your scorecard up there as long as you have an active number. If your number's expired or if you don't have a number, you won't see your score on IDPA's website, but you will see it on MetroWestTactical.com. Everybody's got a squad assignment, right? You know where you're starting out, all right? We have quite a few new shooters here, so we'll just give a quick rundown on match protocol and on commands, okay? This is what you're going to hear when it's your turn to shoot. The SO is going to give you the command to load and make ready. That's your cue to take the gun out of the holster, you know, load it up, put it back in the holster, okay? You're going to, whatever the starting position is, it's usually hands relaxed at sides. Maybe it might be sitting in a chair with your hands on your knees, whatever. When you're ready, you get into that starting position, the SO will ask you, shooter ready. If you're good to go, you don't have to respond. You can just stay in the start position. If you need a minute to get ready, just say, hold on a second, all right? Next command you're going to hear is stand by. Shortly after that, you'll hear a audible tone. That's the clock starting. You'll start shooting then. Go ahead and shoot the course. When you're done, the SO will tell you to unload and show clear. Okay, magazine out of the pistol, slide lock to the rear. Do it nice and slow. The SO's got to see an empty chamber, an empty magazine. It's going to tell you to slide down, hammer down. The hammer or striker has to fall. Okay, so if you have a magazine disconnect, you have to put an empty magazine in, point that gun at the berm, downrange, and squeeze the trigger. Okay. Once the hammer's down, he'll tell you to holster. Once the gun is in the holster, you'll hear range is safe. Now it's okay to go down range and check scores out. During the course of fire, if something happens, maybe a prop malfunctions, maybe there's some unsafe act, if the SO tells you to stop, just stop moving, stop shooting, okay? Anybody on the range has the authority to call a ceasefire if you see something unsafe. If your muzzle is going in an unsafe direction, you hear a warning muzzle, okay? If your finger, while you're moving especially, starts getting on the trigger, you'll hear command finger. If you're breaking cover, you'll hear a warning cover. Adjust your cover position, okay? Other than that, that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, and one other thing on match protocol, okay? If you are the shooter, when you're done shooting, the SO says range safe. You can go down with them, see how you did. Once you're done seeing how you did, then you go back, start loading up your magazines, okay, for the next run. If you are the next shooter, while everybody else is scoring, you should just be at the starting position. Don't handle your gun, just be at the starting position. So when the SO comes back up, he can just tell you to go ahead and load and make ready, okay? So at any given time, if there should only be 3 people. The person who just shot and is looking at their scores, the last shooter who's reloading their magazines, and then the next shooter who's at the starting position. They should be there. Everybody else should be taping targets, picking up brass, okay? Make sure the SO scored the target before you tape it up, all right? Our match director today is Ken Lambert. Assistant match director is Aaron Haynes. Do you have any?
So a couple quick announcements. First of all, again, thank you for all coming out today. Special thanks to Aaron Haynes and John Catterall for doing a lot of most of the work. Please thank your SOs for your squads. Without them, the sport wouldn't be the way it is right now. If you've been watching the IDPA website, the program, it's a new championship series called the King of New England. It's the 3 state matches, or 3 area matches that are here. Massachusetts State, which is in June, NER, which is in August, and then New Hampshire State match is in October. It'd be love to see all join up for the sanctioned match, see one of you guys be the king or queen of New England. Last announcement is me for just basically pimping my club up in Pioneer. We have our first match of the season. It's May 18th. It's about an hour's drive north of here. Would love to see it. The flyers are right up here if you haven't seen it, or come up to our website, and we'd love to have you. Outside of that, everybody have a great time. If anybody needs to know what squad they are, come on up and I'll give you your squad numbers. Go out to your squads and have a good day.